Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? Our presentation is about to begin. Fasten your seatbelt, it's going to be a bumpy ride. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Greetings to Madam Mazalina and Mr. Nordin, our course coordinator for Arts in Education. And welcome to my fellow classmate Pismp Bi1621. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us today for this special showcase on arts in education. Before that, let us properly introduce ourselves. I am Nur Aini Emila.
And I am Marina Marius.
It's our pleasure to be the moderator for today's showcase. Now, let me briefly explain for today's agenda. We are going to witness 6 presentations on arts and education performance kit. Are you guys ready? So, without further ado, let us invite the first group to present their performance kit. The floor is yours.
Greetings to the lecturers of the course Arts in Education, Mr. Nordin bin Seruji, Madam Azalena binti Azmi, and Mr. Azrian bin Ali. Today, our group will present our performance kit, which is task 3 of the coursework of this course. Our group consists of 3 members, including Elizabeth Anaksidi, Elvira Michael, and me, Lisa Grace Jepik. So, without further ado, I'll pass the presentation to the first presenter, Elizabeth.
Okay, first one, we are going to look at VUCA. VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. V stands for volatility. The characteristic is the challenge is unexpected or unstable and may be of unknown duration, but it's not necessarily hard to understand. Knowledge about it is often available. And U stands for uncertainty. Despite a lack of other information, the event's basic cause and effect are known. Change is possible but not a given. C stands for complexity. The situation has many interconnected parts and variables. Some information is available or can be predicted, but the volume or nature of it can be overwhelming to process. And the last one is ambiguity. The characteristic is causal relationships are completely unclear, no precedent exists. You face unknown. So now we're going to look at VUCA skills. VUCA is used to describe situations that are difficult to understand, making it hard to predict the outcomes of any actions taken. The characteristic of a VUCA world is an environment that requires to react quickly. Take action in uncertainty is a dynamic experience and is unfamiliar. What are VUCA skills? VUCA skills are required for leadership decision making under complexity. They include skills related to collaborative capacity, perspective coordination, contextual thinking, and decision-making process. Collaborative capacity includes skills for self-regulation, perspective seeking and taking, and communication. Next. Okay, so now we're going to present our performance kit, which goes by the name Joy. So the first objective is it helps students develop drawing and creative thinking skills. Next, it lets students learn in a fun and interactive environment. It exposes the use of digital technologies in teaching and learning, and it also brings the elements of arts in education in English language subject. The details is the target students is the year 1, which is under topic 2 about shapes. The focus is teaching students about 2D shapes including rectangle, triangle, circle, and oval. The theme is World of Knowledge. Material we need is Scribble.io, which allows up to 12 players in a room. The elements of art in education is mainly visual with a little bit of music. Next, my friend is going to present.
Okay, so now we are moving on to the procedures or the manual of this performance kit. Okay. So firstly, the teacher has to click on this link here or simply search for Scribble.io on Google. Next, The teacher needs to add his or her name as below, customize his or her character, and select the English language since this is an English language teaching game. Then click on the Create Private Room button. If the teacher clicks on the Play button instead, it will lead to a random room with random people playing the game. Okay, now after clicking the Create Private Room button, it will lead the teacher to the lobby of the game where he or she can customize the settings of the game. So here, the teacher may set the round to 3 rounds, set the draw time to 60 seconds, and of course, pick the English language. For the custom words, there will be 5 words or shapes concerned in this game, which are circle, oval, rectangle, square, and triangle. And lastly, it's important to set or use custom words exclusively so that other words are not included in the game except for the ones written in the column. Okay. So done setting up the settings, the teacher may copy and distribute the link to students. At this point, students have to at least on a device to click on the link given, add their name and customize their character just like what we have done earlier. And then students must click on the play button. So the last step, the teacher could start the game when every student is in. Again, each room can support up to 12 players, so teachers could create a few private rooms so that all students are able to take part in the game. And that's all for the manual on how to start the game. Now I'll pass the presentation to Elvira.
Alright, so now we will look at how this game is played. But before that, in this game, everyone is a participant or a player, which includes the teacher as well. Next. Okay, first and foremost, in a player's turn, they will be given options of words on the screen, which consists of shapes such as circle, square, oval, and so on. So the player will have to choose one word among those options. Next. Okay, secondly, the player will have to draw any object that has the same shape with the word that they chose. So, example, if they chose rectangle, they can draw an envelope. And if they chose triangle, they can also draw a slice of pizza and so on. Okay, three. Other players will have to guess what shape it is by guessing their answer in the chat box. So the chat box is located in the lower right of the screen. Okay, therefore, the players that manage to answer correctly will receive points. But in this case, the faster they got the right answer, the higher their points will be. And of course, the player with the highest points will win. Okay, so what are the rules for this game? Firstly, drawing the literal shape is not allowed. For instance, if they chose circle, they can't just draw a literal circle. They need to draw any objects that resembles the shape, such as a ball, a clock, a coin, and so on. And to make it more fun, repetitive objects are not allowed. So once the object is used, they need to think of other ones. So moving on to the advantages of this game next. All right. Firstly, the website used to conduct this game is free and accessible. Therefore, students will have no problem to join this game as everyone can participate. Next. Next, everyone will also get a chance to draw and guess. So consequently, this activity is quite engaging because everyone will have a role in every round, whether they will be the drawer or the guesser. So this game is not passive for the students. Yeah. Okay, so thirdly, in this game, there is a toolbox at the bottom of the drawing screen that provides variety for drawing. So this enables the players to have a variety of choices to draw their objects in mind, as they can choose different colors, sizes of lines, and even erase their mistakes, and so on and so forth. So they can explore the toolbox, which keeps them interested due to many options. Next. Okay, lastly, this game also gives the opportunity for the students to be creative with their drawing. Of course, their creativity will be enhanced as this activity Let them draw freely according to their preferences. So that is all from our group. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 1, for the amazing presentation just now. So at this time, I would like to invite Mr. Nordin and Madam Azalina to give their feedbacks on Group 1's presentation.
All right. I first, yeah? Can you hear me? Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. All right. Thank you to congratulations to Group 1, yeah, regarding your interactive performance kit just now, which is Scribblio, is it just now? The name of your Draw It. Is it Draw It, correct? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. In terms of the production of performance kits and practical skills, okay, it's very good. Yeah, very creative. All right, group work also very excellent. Yeah, and then in terms of the appreciation of values, you really show that you really gonna use that that what do you call that, your interactive performance kits really have values. Yeah, you can use that in the class as well. What I want to ask you is that is this interactive game will be conducted online or offline? Anyone of the group, you can answer me.
This performance kit, it can be done. Actually, we intended for it to be done online. However, if the classroom has the gadgets required in order for this performance kit to be carried out in the classroom in the physical interaction, then I guess the teachers can do this in the classroom as well.
Oh, okay. All right. The other one is what I want to ask you just now. Yeah, if possible, during your presentation just now, I would like to see how you do, how you're gonna use that. Show me instead of telling the manuals and how you're gonna do it. Why not you just show a little bit of video telling how you use that in the class? Because it's better. It would be better if you show it how teacher use it rather than just read the manual. Yeah. All right. It's just like Kahoot, isn't it? It's more or less just like Kahoot. True or not? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. In a
Yeah.
way, it's quite the same.
It's just that like Kahoot. It's just that you rebrand it with your screen. What do you call that? Draw it. The name of your performance kit just now? Skibiblio, is it? Is that correct?
Come again, sir. The line connection is a bit
No, no.
poor
The
right
name
now.
of your performance kit just now. What is the name of your performance kit just now?
The name, sir?
Yeah, yeah. The name of your performance kits. Draw it or Skibiblio?
It's yeah. It is Draw It.
Draw
The
it.
Scribble IO is the name of the website used.
Oh, okay. Use the website and then you just invent a new one, which is Draw It just now. So that it won't be same like Kahoot. Yeah. All right.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just my comment. My comment is that you just maybe take a short video on how you use it. Yeah. Rather than you just tell the manual and just click here and there. Yeah. So I think that's just my comment. Overall, it's a very good presentation. Yeah, a very good performance kits. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, madam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right, good. Okay, well done. The first group. Good attempt. Elizabeth, Elvira, and Lisa. I agree with Mr. Nordin with the fact that if possible, you simulate or demonstrate how Skibiblio, an online drawing app, right, being adapted by your group and rename or rebrand as Draw It, correct? Yes.
Yes, madam.
So, yeah. So you'll be good. Visually, I don't mind the kit being used to do English instructional aid to teach English in particular. I frankly think that the aspect of movement and music a bit I am not sure, not very obvious. Okay, can someone address that? One of you maybe, the element of music and movement as far as
Actually,
yeah, all right, go ahead, Elvira.
in the website, the Scribble.io, during the commencement of the game, there's actually sound effects used when the students play the game. So there will be a background music, I believe. That after they answered the right choices in the game, there will be sort of sound effects be used in the game. So in a way, it is the integration of music, because it will motivate the students to guess correctly in the next round, and when they got the wrong answer, and there will be specific sound effect as well. So in a way, our group thinks that it will stimulate the students' engagement in the session, because it will either make the students to be motivated to do better, or to keep being consistent, being correct in the game that we use in this performance kit. So that is the integration of the music part. However, the movement, we admit that our group lacks the integration of creative movements in this in our performance kit.
All right, thank you. Okay, that's all from me, Mr. Nordin.
Thank you, Mr. Nordin and Madam Azalina for the feedbacks. Now let's invite the second group, which is Group 2, to present their performance kits. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum, I bid to all. Today, my group, which consists of me, myself, and Suhana binti Fahrizan, Asma Shita binti Yasipin, and Shazri Zatul Eriana binti Pangeran Johari from Pismp Bi1621 will be presenting our presentation of our performance kit for arts in education. In this presentation, we will be presenting the manual, procedure, as well as the special characteristics of our performance kit. Firstly, let us look into the introduction of our performance kit. The title of our performance kit is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and the theme that we are focusing on is language arts. Next, let us look into the skills that we have chosen. The first one is the comprehension skills, as for the second one is reading skills. For comprehension skills, we are mainly focusing on summarizing, sequencing, and inferencing techniques. As for the reading skills, we are focusing on skimming and scanning techniques. It is because some games require the players to answer the questions quickly in order to achieve a higher score. Next, let us move on to the procedure for teachers. Firstly, the teacher can distribute the link or the QR code and ask the students to click on the link or scan the QR code in order for them to get into the game. Then, the teacher can ask the students to select a game that they want to play and let them play.
Alright, now we will move on to the manual of the activity for the students. The first game is Pac-Man. So if the students select Pac-Man, these will appear on their screen. Firstly, the player needs to answer a comprehension question before they are allowed to play Pac-Man. So the player needs to click on the correct answer. In this case, the correct answer is he wanted to get away to do something exciting. So if the student feels that that is the correct answer, they need to click on that. Then the player can start playing the game by controlling the Pac-Man using the left, right, up and down arrow keys on their keyboard. So the player's mission is to control the Pac-Man to eat all fruits and the dots inside the enclosed maze, eating large flashing dots called power pellets, and the fruits cause the ghosts to temporarily turn white, allowing Pac-Man to eat them for bonus points. However, the player must avoid from bumping into the colorful ghosts, or they will lose the game. So, in order to gain an extra life, the player must answer 3 comprehension questions correctly. So, the second game is called Manic Miner, and this will appear on their screen if the students select Manic Miner. So, in this game, the player needs to press the space key on their keyboard to start the game, and the player should use the arrow keys to move the avatar that they use. As an example, left arrow key will move the avatar to the left, while right arrow key will move the avatar to the right, and up arrow key will make the avatar jump. After that, the player needs to control the avatar to jump to higher places to get a higher score. However, he or she must avoid the green lines and the yellow creature, or the player will lose a life. If he or she happens to hit the green lines or bump into the yellow creature, the player will lose a life. Therefore, he or she needs to answer 4 questions correctly to avoid them from losing a life. Then the player can proceed playing the Manic Miner. Alright, the third game is Asteroids, and this will appear on their screen if the students select Asteroids. So in this game, the player can customize their own keys that he or she wants to use while playing the game. For instance, the player can set the space key to shoot, left arrow key to turn to the left, right arrow key to turn to the right. The up arrow key will make the ship move faster, and the down arrow key will make the ship slower. Firstly, the player needs to set the keys that he or she wants to use to control the ship to move clockwise, anti-clockwise, or faster and slower. Then, the player needs to shoot the asteroid that represents the correct answer for the question shown at the bottom of the screen.
Moving on is the fourth game, which is called the snake. The instructions for the player for this game is use the arrow keys to move the snake. For example, the right arrow key is used to move the snake to the right or etc. Eat the fruit that matches the correct answer. Avoid from hitting the wall or the player will lose the game. This will appear on their screen if the students select snake. The instructions for the player: eat the fruit that matches the correct answer. In this case, the correct answer is they thought that it was very good. and considered it as the best dinner in the world. It was presented by the strawberry. Therefore, the player must make the snake to eat the strawberry. And if the snake ate the incorrect answer, the correct answer will be shown. Moving on is the next game for this performance kit is Pong. This will appear on their screen if the students select Pong. Firstly, the player must set the keys he or she wants to use to move the bets by clicking the change keys. For example, the player can set the up arrow key to move the bets up and set the down arrow key to move the bets down. The player must prevent the ball to bounce across the bet by bouncing the ball on the inside area of the bet. If the ball bounces past the bet, the player will lose a life and they are required to answer one question correctly. If the player answered the question correctly, he or she will earn an extra life. If the students are playing the game for two players, this will appear on their screen. Whoever gets 10 points first is the winner. Next is the game called Word Shoot. This will appear on their screen if the students select Word Shoot. The player has 60 seconds to answer all the questions by shooting the UFO that carries the correct answer. To shoot, the player must click on the targeted UFO. The player must use the bullets or ammo wisely by not shooting the wrong answer. The next game is called flashcards. This will appear on their screen if the students select flashcards. The instructions for the player for this game is he or she only needs to click on the flashcards to flip it.
And lastly, Space Invaders. So, if the pupils chose Space Invaders, this will appear on their screen. So, in this game, the player must shoot all the monsters by pressing the space key and move the alien to the right and to the left by using the right arrow key as well as the left arrow key. And if the player is defeated by the monsters, the player must answer one question correctly in order to proceed the game. So here are the references used, and here are the attachments.
Moving on, we will look at the special characteristics of the performance kit. So what is so special about this learning kit? We will explain all of this in detail, but now I will briefly tell you what's so special about this learning kit. So first, this is a game-based learning kit. Next, it focuses on more than one skill and considered as an engaging learning kit. Furthermore, it is accessible, eco-friendly, and most importantly, it is free of charge. Moreover, it is safe and unrestricted. Lastly, it has a great mobility. Okay, now we will discuss thoroughly for each special characteristic that have been mentioned before. So firstly, this is a game-based learning kit because it involves the criteria of point scoring, teamwork, peer competition, and score tables. A game-based learning kit, which also known as gamification, is truly beneficial in education because it can increase the level of engagement among the students in learning. In this case, the player can engage in online storytelling activity. Definitely, this will make the learning becomes enjoyable and more interactive as students are not passively learning. Not only that, when the teacher includes gamification in learning, it enables students to boost their competitiveness, which is very helpful for a child's development. Lastly, it can build and improve students' cognitive development as they do a lot of thinking. Therefore, the learning kit is a game-based learning kit. Second special characteristic of the kit is it does not focus on one skill only, but it concentrated on two vital skills, which are reading and comprehension skill. As we know, reading is one of the most important skills in English language. So, by providing this type of learning kit, it helps them to read more, which is the students must read the questions in every selected game. Hence, by reading the required questions in the game, it enables the students to build and improve reading skills, which is more to skimming and scanning. Apart from that, the children are able to gain and learn new words as they read the questions. Also, reading skills helps in stimulating the children's imagination as they read in depth and trying to understand the meaning behind it. Moving on, another skill that can be found is comprehension skill. Of course, after reading, we should expect some understanding from the students. So, by gaining the reading skill, children are also expected to obtain comprehension skill. This is because of the more they read, the better they are in comprehending the idea or the information. Therefore, this comprehension skill enables the children to develop better understanding of the story as they try to read and analyze the meaning of the story. Next, there are three comprehension skills that can be achieved from the skill, which are the ability to ignite summarizing skill in comprehension as it enables them to recall back the storyline. The second skill is sequencing, in which the children know about the sequence of the story, which is the beginning, the middle, and the end. Lastly, inferencing skill where they can use clues to figure out about what is not indirectly stated in the story. Thus, this learning kit's target is to help the children achieve both reading and comprehension skills. Other than that, this learning kit is very engaging as it creates interest among the students. So, why is it engaging? This learning kit involves the elements of fun, also known as gamification. So, when the teacher provides a very engaging activity, of course, it can avoid the students from being bored or uninterested in the learning. This is because the students are the one who play the game individually, so it is an active learning. Moreover, there are multiple choices of games that students can pick, and they are free to choose any of the games. So it can captivate the students' interest in learning rather than using the traditional method. Last but not least, it can retain enjoyment in playing the activity because this type of learning can encourage them to keep playing and gain more points as it based on score points. So the more they gain points, the longer they want to keep playing. Therefore, this learning kit can provide full engagement from the students.
Fourth characteristics of our performance kit is that it is accessible. It is because it is easy to access anytime and anywhere. All we need is a stable internet connection, and we can use gadgets such as phone, tablet, laptop, and computer. And this will resulting in the students feeling less burdened to study because it can be accessed through their phones. Moreover, the students are also able to directly access to the learning materials prepared by the teacher instead of waiting for the teacher to prepare for them in the class. As for the teacher can easily monitor his or her students' performances through the leaderboard created for each game. This way, the teacher can detect the weak students and assist them in the teaching and learning process. Besides that, it is free of charge. It is because the software used for this performance kit is free of charge. The teacher only need to click on the link, insert 10 questions, and generate the games. And as for the students, they are able to access it for free. Next, it is eco-friendly. It is because this performance kit was created by using a software which is recyclable and not harmful to the environment.
The next characteristics of what makes this performance kit so special is safe. This learning kit does not contain any dangerous things that can harm the students and the teachers. The teachers can use this kit without worrying about the students' safety as it is child-friendly. Therefore, both teachers and students will feel secure throughout the teaching and learning process. The next characteristics of what makes this performance kit so special is it is unrestricted. The students can choose games that suit their interests. This will make them feel comfortable because this kit does not force them to mandatorily play the particular assigned game as they have the freedom to choose games according to what they like. Therefore, teachers can get to know their students well, which this will help them to handle each of the students according to their behavior. The next characteristics of what makes this performance kit so special is mobility. Teachers can quickly bring this kit everywhere as it is online and does not require any physical tools for the teachers to prepare. Therefore, students and teachers can do lessons at their places because we now live in the VUCA era where everything is unpredictable and constantly changing. For example, students or teachers affected by COVID-19 are not allowed to attend school physically. So, they can use this kit to have their teaching and learning session online at their respective home. And that is all from our group. Thank you.
Thank you to group number 2 for the presentation just now. Now let's hear some feedbacks from the lecturers about group 2's performance kit. Please welcome Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin.
Okay, Madam Azal, you can start first.
Okay.
Madam Azal.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Nordin. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you also, this second group. May I know, the first presenter is N. Suhana, right? Am I
Yes,
right?
madam.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
The second is Shah, correct? Is it you, Shah? Shazri Zatul. Is that correct?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, okay. And the third is Asma Shita. Am I
Yes,
right?
madam.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Okay, well done. Very comprehensive, full of information, packed with interesting features, um, usable, yeah, for language learning tool. Of course, I don't see much yet lah of the three elements that we have been emphasizing, but judging from the features that you have identified for this particular app, do you call it an app or is it um, a, a computer game? Which one is this?
I think it's more to an application.
Okay, all right. So you have shown us the step, though it is not interactive yet, but I can see the stages. They are just now, how many was there? 8, if I'm not mistaken. uh, process involving in developing these apps of yours. Am I right?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, that's all from me, Mr. Nordin.
All right, thank you, Madam Azalina. Okay, first of all, I just like to ask you what is the name of your performance kit just now, because I having problem with my internet during the first part of your presentation just now. What is the name of your performance kits?
The name is The Adventure of Tom Sawyer. We name it after the content that we use.
Okay, the Adventure of Tom Sawyer. So this is one kind of application. Yeah, that's what you mentioned to Madam Azalina just now. All right. First of all, congratulations. A very productive and practical, yeah, of your applications that you have mentioned just now. A very comprehensive explanation of your performance kits. Okay, just what Madam Azrina mentioned just now, I just can't really see. It's not really portrayed or even shown in your performance kits. The integration of the three elements of arts and education. Yeah, where is the visual arts? I think maybe that's why I mentioned to the first group just now. Show us a short video how you use that application, so that we know what are, is there any elements of arts education integrated in your application. All right. Anyway, it's a very good characteristics. Like you have a lot of varieties of games in your performance kits. Okay. My question is, how do you use that in class? Of course, if you have the online interaction or PDPC, you can the students can use their handphones or even their laptops. What about if it's the face-to-face interaction?
Uh, we can bring the students to the computer lab and play it with them and let them play.
Okay. If by right, if the school have the computer lab, yeah. All right. Or else the teacher have to conduct or have to bring out her own laptops, and then you can conduct that in the class. Yeah. All right, that is just for me. This is the only one for me because I just want to see where is the three elements of art and education. And we should be integrated in your uh, performance kits. Anyway, it's a very good presentation. Yeah, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank
sir
you,
and
sir.
madam.
Thank you for the feedback, Madam Azena and Sir Nordin. So, without wasting any more time, let us invite the next group to present their presentation, which is Group 3.
Greetings, I be to Mr. Nordin, lecturer for the course Arts in Education, TSLB 3052. We are from Group 3, will be presenting Task 3 Performance Kit presentation. Our performance kit is called Interactive Slides. The theme of this performance kit is World of Knowledge, which contains Unit 9 topic that is at the beach. This performance kit is meant for primary 2 students. It can be used for teachers and students who are learning from home PDPR. They can use this online on Google Meet or offline. Besides, this performance kit focuses on two skills, which are reading skills and listening skills. The objectives for this performance kit is students are able to learn vocabulary and verbs related to holidays and free time. Secondly, it enables students to answer the questions through listening and singing song. Lastly, it encourages students to have fun while learning by playing games, listening to song and movement such as clapping or other gestures. Next, I will be presenting the manual and procedure for teachers. Firstly, teachers can present this kit online, for example, on Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. Then, the teachers can introduce the topic of the day. In these interactive slides, there is a section in which students need to sing a song entitled Let's Go to the Beach. So, teachers need to show the action for the song, and then the students would sing along and dance at the same time. After that, the teachers can provide the link of the interactive slides through Google Classroom or WhatsApp so that they can proceed to play a game. The game is related to the Let's Go to the Beach song. Therefore, students can repeat the song as many times as they want so that they can answer the questions correctly.
Moving on, we will go to the manual for students. Firstly, students they will listen to the teacher's instructions on how they will play the game and self-study using the kit. After that, students will click on the image of the people in the kit at the beach to know the verbs shown. So they will click each people at the beach to know the verbs. Next, they will listen to a song related to verbs found at the beach while looking at the lyrics and do movements such as clapping their hands. Here, the movement can be shown by the teacher if the activity is carried out synchronously, such as through Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. However, if this activity is carried out asynchronously without the presence of the teacher, then students are free to do their own movement. After singing the song, students may proceed to play a game. They will need to number the picture shown in that game according to the song they sang. For example, if the picture shows a person reading a book, students will need to remember or refer to the song or the lyrics on which line the verb's reading is stated. Then they will choose the number according to the number of the line. They can listen to the song or look at the lyrics as much as they want to in order to answer the questions provided in the game.
Now let's look the performance kit, which called interactive slides. Let's see how it looks like. So this is how the first slide looks like. So basically, teachers can present this kit on Google Meet and share the link of these interactive slides with students. So before the teaching and learning start, by using these interactive slides, the teachers can ask the students whether they have ever been to the beach before. Then the students can click the start button to proceed to the next slide. After that, a teacher can ask students what are they doing at the beach by looking to the pictures. So students can click any pictures and read the words that show after clicking the picture. So for example, if I click the man who takes a selfie at the beach, then there will be words showing after that. So the students should read aloud that. After they are able to read all that, they will proceed to singing session. So they can click the YouTube button, and then the lyrics and the song of Let's Go to the Beach will appear.
And sing.
So students have to sing the song and clap their hands along with the song.
Let's go to the beach. Let's look for shells. Let's play in the sand. Let's run hand in hand. Let's go to the beach. Let's look for shells. Let's play in the sand. Let's run hand in hand. Happy holiday. Happy holiday for you and me.
After that, students will play a game in WordWall website, and they can click the play button, and it will bring the students to the game, which required them to number the pictures according to the song they sang, which is Let's Go to the Beach. Before answering the question, the students have to type in their name, and they can proceed the game by clicking the start button. So this is how the game looks like and how to play the game. And after they answer all the questions, in the end of the game, they can see their score.
Pressing forward, we will look at the characteristics of this performance kit, where I will explain the benefit and what is special about this performance kit. Firstly, this performance kit is in line with the VUCA world, where it involves online learning. As we know, VUCA is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. It shows the uncertainty and the challenges of the world, where it could give these challenges to our education system. For example, the endemic of the COVID-19 shows the possibility of online learning where teachers and students could not have physical interaction in class. With this kit, students and teachers could involve themselves in online learning, and students could also do independent and self-study. Secondly, the characteristics of this performance kit is it could enhance students' reading and listening skills. As presented by Marina, this kit involves reading skills, as students will need to read the verbs shown at the beach by clicking at each people, and they could also read the lyrics of the song. Meanwhile, in terms of listening skills, for sure students will have to listen and comprehend to the song. Thirdly, this kit is also a fun learning, as it is the integration of visual, movement, and music. In the aspect of visual, we can see that this kit uses animation and cartoon that could enhance students' interest in learning. And in terms of movement, students are encouraged by teachers to move their hands and clap along with the song. And lastly, music. Obviously, students, they need to listen to music. So all this integration of visual movement and music shows a fun learning in this performance kit. And the last characteristic is that learning could be done synchronously or asynchronously with this performance kit. In the aspect of synchronous, students will learn with the guide or with the help of their teachers, where they will listen to their teacher's instruction or follow the movement shown by the teachers and imitate their teacher's movement, maybe through Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. And in the aspect of asynchronous, where teachers are not present, students could learn anytime and anywhere at their own convenience. This will help students to enhance their independent learning skills and self-study. Therefore, that is all from our group and our performance kit presentation. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Group 3, for the amazing presentation just now. So let us welcome Sir Nordin and Madam Azalina to give their feedbacks on Group 3 presentation just now.
All right. So this is my comment for group 3. Yeah, it's about the interactive slides just now. Very creative, very good application. Is it an application or what? Or online games? Group 3, is it application? Or is it
We
software?
use Google Slides and Word Wall website.
Or you're using the Google Slides and the word wall? Okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, it's a very good online game. Yeah, well done. Yeah, based on your explanation just now, I can see clearly that the integration of the elements of arts education really showed in your performance kits, where you use the songs. Yeah, there's a clearly there's a songs there that you have played just now, and some movements as well when you ask the students to clap while they're singing. It's just that there are a little bit of the visual arts, yeah, where you show the pictures of the scene at the beach just now, yeah. All right, so I can see there. All right, so you use this at the same time you are using this application for GC as well. Doing for students can join this lesson using GCs online, right? But what about if it's conducted face to face? How are you gonna do you? How are you gonna use it? How are you gonna use this application? Are you asking the students to bring along their gadgets? The year 2 students?
I think it's the same as bring the students to the computer lab.
Computer lab. Yeah, by right again, the school has computer lab. If not, yeah, you have to conduct it in the class using your laptops as well. So maybe if you conduct it face to face, you can conduct some or carry out some worksheets or give them some worksheets or maybe a picture at the beach, before you start with the interactive lesson just now. You can even give them a picture of the beach and then black and white, and ask them to color it. Yeah, and that can be carried out during the before you start with your online interaction just now. Yeah, anyway, it's a very good performance skills. I like it so much. All right, congratulations. Move on to you, Madam Mazalina.
Okay, well done, this group. By the way, this is the third or the fourth group?
This is the third group.
Oh, which consists of Marina, Clarissa, and Aspa, correct?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. Because I'm receiving the I think the form not in the order accordingly. Okay, never mind. Okay. I pretty much like the organization of the presentation. Very clear, yeah, well organized. Because I can follow the presentation accordingly. Yeah, what I expect from the introductory aspect to the how the apps is carried out. Okay. Music, obviously there is background music. Um, Arts, as far as visual arts is concerned, it is more digitalized from my point of view. Movement, it is the movement of the visuals, the visuals that you have chosen, like whatever images or icons that you have used in your slides. You move them around. So that is your aspect of movements. So it is something perhaps additional lah to those three elements which are supposed to be integrated. Okay. Something new that I observed. Okay. So to conclude, I would say it's integration of digital art, visual movements, and background music. Okay, that is something different. So far the previous two groups are also actually exploring a lot around these three aspects. Yeah, Sir Nordin, for us to take into account and consider perhaps in our discussion later lah.
All right. Sure.
Okay. All right. That's all from me.
All right,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
madam. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for the feedback just now from Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin. So without further ado, let's invite the next group, which is Group 4, to present their performance kits. So please welcome Group 4.
All right. So greeting to everyone. I am Clarissa Claudia Ho. With me today is Chetera Anak Ula and Elizabeth Natalia Anak Ijeng. Today we are going to present our coursework task 3, that
Is it my line or their line? Hello.
I think there is their line. Something wrong with their line. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm worried that it is mine.
So, technical team, if their group 4 cannot present for the time being, you can ask other group as well. Yeah. You can ask the other group to present first.
All right, so greeting to everyone. I am
A very good morning. I be to Mr. Nodin.
alright. So greeting is Alicia Tera Ana Ula and Elizabeth Natalia Ana Ijeng. Today we are going to present our coursework task 3, that is performance kits presentation. So without further ado, let us begin with our very first content of this presentation, that is the introduction uh, of this presentation. Next, so in order to fulfill the requirement of this task, we need to my
Maybe group 5 and 6 go ahead. It's her coverage which is poor, not the host or anybody else. It's her own coverage. Oh, I see. Any other line that can be used apart from yours, Aini? Maybe relaunch. We all go. I think relaunch lah. Relaunch everything.
So meaning we left the room first, then we click in again the StreamYard.
Alright, so greeting to everyone. I am Clarissa Claudia Ho. With me today is Alicia Tera Ana Ula and Elizabeth Natalia Ana Ijeng. Today we are going to present our coursework task 3, that is performance kits presentation. So without further ado, let us begin with our very first content of this presentation, that is the introduction of this presentation. Next, so in order to fulfill the requirement of this task, we need to choose one performance kit to be presented. So we had agreed to choose a performance kit produced by Elizabeth Natalia, and this kit was named as Who Am I? So basically, Who Am I is a game produced by using the word wall website, whereby students' prior knowledge of animals and their characteristics will be tested. Next. So some of you may ask, why do we need to come out or create games in order to teach animal characteristics? So here are the main problem and issues that usually happens during teaching and learning. That is, students complaining that they are bored during their learning in class. So we need to overcome this issue by instilling fun elements in learning by integrating the element of games. Next. So the target group for these performance kits is for level 2 students, which is from primary 4 to primary 6 pupils. Next. The objective of this performance kit is to instill fun elements in learning. Besides that, it is to adhere to multiple intelligence people and to strengthen students' knowledge about animals and their characteristics. Next. So this product is a game produced by using the word wall website. It is interesting and interactive. Besides that, it is also low cost and easy to access. And what most importantly, it integrates the elements of 21st century learning into classroom.
Okay, so moving on, how to use this product. Next. So, the rule of the game are each group, they will have 3 to 4 members only, and only allowed during the first 50 seconds. And for each group, they are given only 3 life, 3 chance. So every time they choose wrong answer, they will lose a life. And everyone must be actively involved in the game. Next. So procedure and manual. Students will be divided into groups that contain 3 to 4 people, and they will play in a group order. So the first group, they will go first and followed by the second group after first group finish the game. So teacher will write the student name on the wheel of name. The teacher can use website or application. So the name that is chosen will answer one of the question. So this can help to give all the students chance to answer. And if the students are able to answer the question right, the group, they will be rewarded with 1 point. However, if they fail to answer correctly, no point will be given and they will lose 1 chance. If it's ended in a tie, the teacher can decide whether they want to do a bonus round or they can ask the group to imitate any of the animal sound. So this group, the group with higher point, they will win the game. Next slide. What is this game about? Okay. Next. So This game it involved color because in the game we mentioned about the animals color such as what is green, has four legs, no tail, and usually heard at night. Who am I? So student they will automatically think about animal that is green. Next. For sound, we mention about certain sound that this animal can make. Okay, so next slide. For appearance, we highlight the special figure such as panda has fur that is black and white, and bird has wing and so on. Next slide. For movement, we mention how they move. Like some animal, they can run, some hop, some swim, while other animal they can fly. Okay, moving on to next slide. These are the link for the wheel of name. Next. And how to use wheel of name. So the teacher will write the student name and they will click on it and the first group name will appear on the screen. Next. So the name chosen will be given 30 seconds to think of the answer and discussion are allowed after first 15 seconds. Next slide. This is the link for the game. Teacher will click on the link to play the game. Moving on.
So after they click the link, they will see the quiz, Who Am I? So it is a riddle regarding animals and their characteristics, which are about appearance, movement, color, and sound. So the students are required to read truly before pick an answer. So to start the quiz, the student need to click the start button. Next. So the first question, for example, I have two long ears and I don't walk. I hope, what am I? So there are four choices of answer. They need to choose the correct answer. So if they choose wrong answer, the correct answer will automatically appear. Next. So if their answer is right, they will get a point. Next. There are 10 questions in total. So once every group had finished play the game, they will know the winner in the leaderboard. So the higher the marks, the higher their team will be. So the next group will play after the previous group and they will know the result. So next. So why do we choose Who Am I? What is so special about this game? Next. So as we know, using games in teaching can help increase student participations, foster social and emotional learning, and motivate students to take risks. Since they need to choose one correct answer, they will need to take risks to answer with their gut feeling when they do not know the answer. So this will cause the student to feel engaged with the game when they can answer correctly, which leads to my second point, which is it makes learning more addictive. So this is because students get hooked with the game while learning. In other cases, if they answer wrongly, they will keep on trying to do good in the game. And all of this happen because of their emotional feeling of wanting to do the best. So the third point is it provides real-time feedback to the student, whether it is a positive or negative feedback. In the case of positive feedback, it lets students immediately know that they are on the track, which provide them with more confidence. So they can see their progress in the leaderboard. And in case of negative feedback, it lets them know what errors to correct. For example, if they answer it wrongly, they can know what is the correct answer, so they can work on it. So the last point is it promotes collaboration among students. In this game they need to work together to achieve their goal, which is to answer correctly as much as possible. So everyone will try their best to answer the question correctly since this is a group task. So that's all for our presentations. Thank you.
We truly apologize for the technical problems occurred just now. Anyway, thank you to Group 4 for the presentation just now. Now let's hear some feedbacks from the lecturers about Group 4's performance kits. Please welcome Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin.
Is it me first?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. So this group, the presentation just now was pre-recorded, right?
Yes, Madam.
Okay. Okay. Besides the internet connectivity, what could also be the other technical issues that you have identified in your presentation just now? Is it the quality of your recording or the video? Perhaps is there any other issues? Or is just the internet connection?
I think yes, it's only about internet connection.
Oh, okay. Right. So you don't have any informations on the apps that you have developed, kah? What have you given us just now? What are they actually? What have you given us? Information about the app? Or information about arts in education generally? Or about the task, what are required for the task? What is it? What have you given us in your slides? Who is preparing the slide for you? Is it you or other people? Who's developing the app? Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth, is it you? Who is
So,
Elizabeth?
actually, for the video and for the presentation just now, the technical team are the one who showed the slide. However, they are having some technical problem, so we take over and present it, madam.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this Who Am I is actually developed by you, right? Elizabeth? Is it you? Originally, whose idea is it? Who am I? Whose idea is it? Clarissa ka? Elizabeth ka? Or Alicia? Can you hear me? Can you?
The slide is we prepared it is a collaboration of the three of us.
Okay, the preparation of the slide is not no issue. I mean the apps. Whose idea is it? The initial, the
Oh,
originate. Yeah.
the idea is originated by Elizabeth Natalia. It is her performance kit that we have chosen to be
Mhm.
presented as for this task.
Okay. All right. That's why I am actually looking high and low for how the apps is going about. It is just the the word circle, right? The students are supposed to spin the wheel, and then they introduce themselves. Am I right? Or I'm missing something? Because I don't quite follow, the sequence of the presentation. It was like a bit staggered. Uh, how is this game played, or how is this apps implemented? Can you explain briefly so that I can better understand the carrying out of this performance kits of yours, because it wasn't very clear in the presentation. Hmm. Anybody among the three of you? Just a brief step.
Okay, I will explain it again. So, student will be divided into group of 3 to 4 people, and teacher will write their name on the wheels, and then the name that have been chosen will answer the questions which is prepared in the website. So so if the student are able to answer the question right, so they will be rewarded. So one of the example of the question, I will read one. Okay. I have 2 long ears and I don't walk. I hope and what am I? So the student will need to guess among the four example of answer based on the descriptions of the answer.
Is that all? Is that all? All right. Okay. Never mind. I will leave the question on the integrations of the three elements to Mr. Nordin. Okay, that is all from me. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Madam Mazalina. Group 4, yeah. Originally, this application is created by Natalia Elizabeth, correct? Is it correct? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's what they said just now. Yes, Nordin. It was developed by Elizabeth.
Yeah. Because I can't hear your. I mean the student's voice just now.
Yeah, correct.
Uh,
Hmm.
all right. When I look at your application, the game application
Yes,
just
sir.
now,
Are you talking
can
right
you?
now?
We
Yeah,
can't
I'm
hear
talking to
you.
you right now.
I'm sorry, but we can't hear you.
I'm talking to you right now. Actually, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, Group 4. Can you hear me? What about the technical team? Can you hear me, technical team?
Okay, we can hear you now, madam.
Uh, okay. All right. Regarding your application just now, yeah, who am I? When I look at it, actually, it's just a copy paste from the word wall. Is that correct? Because word wall already exists, and then you are using that application to produce to come out with your own application, which you call "Who Am I?" Is that correct? Isn't it?
Uh, yes.
Yeah. You see. So it's not really a original application that you can improvise. Yeah, okay, it's okay. All right. And then I can see some, when I look at your objective just now, you said people should be able to, it's a fun learning element, isn't it? So where is the fun learning elements? All right, when you talk about fun learning elements, in my mind, yeah, you need to integrate the three elements in your application, your game application just now. So where are the three elements of arts and education? Yeah, your visual, your music, and your movements. So these are the things that you need to stress on in your performance kits. As you did, I mentioned, that even Mr. Mohaimi already elaborated in your briefing, and I also elaborated again during the class briefing. Yeah, so what I want to see in your application, in your performance kits, is the important thing is the three elements of arts and education, which is visual, music, and movements. And I hardly can see that in performance, your performance kits. Okay. Anyway, good try. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Madam and
sir.
Sir.
Again, we are truly sorry for the issue occurred. Thank you for being patient with us. So without wasting any more time, let us move on to the next group, which is group 5. The floor is yours.
A very good morning, I be to Mr. Nodin. So today, my group, which consists of me, myself, Fatin Farhanim, and Nur Ain Hanani, are going to present our task 3, which is regarding performance kit. So first of all, in our presentation, we are going to talk about manual of the performance kit, procedures of the performance kit, product of the performance kit, the strengths of the performance kit, and lastly, conclusion. So for the manual of our performance kit, the people will be given a link to the learning kit. So the pupil need to follow the instructions given to them on the next slide. So for the first slide, the students need to play the button to play the video given on the slide. So after the pupils play the video, they need to click the next button to continue to the next slide. Next. After the pupils have clicked the next button, the pupils will be introduced to the topic, which is colors. So in order for them to continue to the next slide, they need to click the next button again. After they have clicked the next button, they will see 6 different colors, which are red, green, orange, blue, yellow, and purple. So in order for them to know more details on the colors, they need to click on the each given color. After the pupils have been introduced to colors, they will be given 2 activities. So for the first activity, in the first slide, the students need to click here in order for them to open the link to be able to do an activity related to the topic colors. After they have finished the activity, they need to click the next button, which is to continue to the next activity, which is activity 2. For the second activity, the students still need to click on the button that says click here in order for them to open the link to be able to do the second activity, which is also related to colors. So once they have done, they need to click the button finish, which is on the left side, to wrap up the lesson. The lesson will be wrapped up with a song entitled The Color of Fruits, which use the same melody as London Bridge is Falling Down. So the peoples need to click the play button in order for them to play the video. Next, we are going to look at the procedures. So there are 4 procedures of this performance kit. So the first one is planning on how to do the performance kit, which is via slides. The second one is by choosing a free slide template from Slides Go. The third one is by searching for a topic to teach, which is colors. And the fourth one is making the performance kit, which is by using interactive slides. For example, by using songs, slides, pictures, and videos to make this lesson, and also by using Jamboard and live worksheets to make the activities.
Without further ado, let's look together at the product itself, which is interactive slides for pupils to learn about colors. So, on the first slide, the pupils will see the topic that they will learn for the day. To continue, they will have to click on the next button. The purpose of putting the next button there rather than asking them to click the button itself on the keyboard or on the screen if they are using a phone to access the slide is to ease the pupils because certain of them might not really know how it works. After clicking on the next button, they will see a slide where they have to play a video. It is kind of a warming up session so that they will not feel bored easily at the beginning of the lesson.
What's your color? I wanna know. What's your color? I wanna know. What's your color? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I could be red or I could be yellow. I could be blue or I could be purple. I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like. One is red, two is yellow, three is blue, four is purple, five is green, and six is white. These are all the colors I like. What's your color? I wanna know. What's your color? I wanna know. What's your color? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I could be red or I could be yellow. I could be blue or I could be purple. I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like.
After the video ends, they can choose to watch it again or continue to the next slide. Here, there are 6 colors in total. So they have to click on the colors to know more details about them, such as the spelling of the colors and how to use it to describe things in a sentence. I will show you here. When they click on the color red, a slide of the details of the color will come out. To go back to the previous slide to select another colors, they will have to click on the back button. And there you go, the previous slide is here. Same goes to the other colors. They can just click them to see the details and click again on the back button to select another colors. Therefore, I can say that the product is easy for the pupils to access as long as they have a good internet connection for sure. So, reaching at the last color, which is purple, if they wish to look again at the other colors, they have an option to go back by clicking on the back button. On the contrary, if they wish to continue with the lesson, they can click on the next button as usual. Of course, at the end of the lesson, it is very important to do any activities that will make the pupils refresh their memory about the lesson that they have gone through. So to start the activity, they will have to click the click here button and it will bring them to a link of the activity that they have to do. The first activity will need them to search for a picture of anything that have the same color as the picture given. The picture given is a red car, right? So they have to search for a red towel, for example. They can copy the image and paste it
on the space given. To differentiate each pupils, they can also write their name under the picture that they have found. And then, going back to the slides, the pupils can click on the next button to continue to the next activity. So, click here, and then the next activity will appear. This time, they will have to match the objects given with the correct color like this. After they have finished, click on the Finish button and click on the option Check My Answers to get their marks for the activity. Then they will have to go back to the slides and click Finish to wrap up the lesson with a song. It is to make them feel fun even at the end of the lesson. Teachers can even ask the pupils to do additional activities such as creating movement of the song or even dance to the song.
Let's sing together the various colors of fruits. What's the color of durian? Durian, durian. What's the color of durian? The color is green. What's the color of papaya? Papaya, papaya. What's the color of papaya? The color is orange. What's the color of banana? Banana, banana. What's the color of banana? The color is yellow. Now we know the color of fruits, the color of fruits, the color of fruits. Now we know the color of fruits. Let's find out more. What's the color of dragon fruit? Dragon fruit, dragon fruit. What's the color of dragon fruit? Color is pink. What's the color of mango stick? Mango stick, mango stick. What's the color of mango stick? The color is purple. What's the color of blueberry? Blueberry, blueberry. What's the color of blueberry? The color is blue. What's the color of rambutan? Rambutan, rambutan. What's the color of rambutan? The color is red.
So we have managed to find two strengths on this performance kit. Firstly, is where students get to know colors better while having fun. As we all know, students learn better when they are enjoying themselves. Secondly, is where students get to test their cognitive skills as they get to imagine the color of an object. For example, for the singing activity where the lyrics are what's the color of durian? Of durian, of durian. What's the color of durian? The color is green. So, by these lyrics, they get to imagine.
In conclusion, these interactive slides can be used in either a synchronous or asynchronous class as it is easy to access by anyone. In these interactive slides, I have included a lot of things within the different sections that can attract more attention from the pupils, as well as a greater understanding of what the teachers want to convey. For me, it can increase the level of engagement with the pupils. Hence, it will surely help them to reconnect and focus, especially when they have lost their attention. All in all, the use of elements in arts, such as visual arts, music, and movements, through digital technology will surely help pupils in cultivating artistic sensitivity and acquire new knowledge without a lot of difficulties, especially during this endemic. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 5, for an interesting. Now let us invite Sir Nordin and Madam Azalina to give their feedbacks on Group 5 presentation.
All right, I'll start first. Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Group 5. Yeah, for your presentation just now. And then when I look at your presentation just now, again, it is interactive slides. All right, where you have a combination of slides go. You're using Jamboard and live worksheet as well, right? I just like to comment here that the when you come up with the application of your performance kits, make sure you name it properly. Yeah, so that me and Madam Mazalina are really clear what is your performance kits, the name of your performance kits. Yeah, because just now you said learn with flying colors. Is that the name of your performance kits, or is a topic?
Yes, sir.
That is the name of your performance kits. Learn with flying colors. So meaning your interactive slides only used to teach colors.
Yes.
Is it? So meaning this interactive slide is only used to teach colors. What about other topics? You cannot use that interactive slides? Or you need to change the content by using this slide goes, Jamboard, and live worksheets. Am I right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You need to change the content, isn't it? But yet you're still using that interactive colors. I mean, and I was wondering why you name it Learn with Colors interactive slides. Yeah, why not you just name your interactive slide with one standard name, whereby you can use that in all the topics. All right, there is one, and one more is the integration of arts in education. I can hear some songs there just now, and you're using music there. And then some visual art, of course. What about movements? Is there any movements, integration of movements in your performance kits? Yes or no?
Yes, we are lacking on that part.
Yeah. All right. So you admit it. You are lacking on the movement part. Yeah. Of course, I can hear you singing just now with all the visuals. Yeah. Anyway, it's a good performance of your presentation of your performance kits. All right. Move on to Madam Mazalina.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum. Hi. Okay, Fatin and Hanani. Very well organized presentation. Yeah, very clear the sequence from your introduction to the procedures, and after that you highlight as well the strength and the weaknesses
Oh, sorry.
uh, of your performance kits. I also noticed there is one name being highlighted apart from the learning with flying colors. The Let's Sing Together. That is one of the activity kah? Or is that also being integrated in this kit of yours?
Yes, that is one of the activities. It is integrated in the slide.
Hmm. Um, who are the characters singing and dancing in your video just now? Were they the two of you?
Yes, madam.
The two of you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is something additional which I haven't seen in other presentation. Okay, where you yourself, yeah, as the presenters, um, um, carrying out, okay, the activity using whatever that you have come up with, and I think that is to me lah very effective, because usually if I am learning, I want to see my teacher doing it first. Okay, I want to see someone who is teaching me doing it before me, and I feel very confident to do it myself after that. Okay, so that is something extra on your part. Okay, like Mr. Norden said, you as well need to address when your students can carry out um, the visual art aspect. Okay, it is, as I've already highlighted in other groups as well earlier on. Most of you so far have been integrating visual digital art well, and then the uh, visual movement plus the background music, and as well as something additional on your part. Instead of just the background music, you are using the song that is relevant to your topic. Okay, the song that you have played and you have used for this tool of yours is about colors, and that is relevant. Okay, all right, keep it up. So far, that is all from me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin. And next, let's invite the last group for today's presentation, which is Group 6. So, Group 6, the floor is yours.
Greetings I bid to everyone, and also to Mr. Nordin, which is our lecturer for TSLB 3052, which is Arts and Education. So today, my group, consisting of me, myself, Anna Berinjab, Aina Fatima Hayati, and also Nur Aina Amila. So today we'll be presenting our performance kit. First of all, let us introduce you to our performance kit. So this performance kit that we created, it is based on the Get Smart Plus 4 English textbook for Year 4, which is also based on the current document standard curriculum pentaksiran, or also known as the SKP. Now, if you look on the slide, there is a picture of the book. So to about themes and topic, the theme that we have chosen for this performance kit is eating right. And the topic chosen is healthy and unhealthy food. Even though the topic healthy and unhealthy food is not in the actual topics in the textbook, however, it is inspired by the theme and the topics given in the book itself. Next is objectives. So the objectives of our performance kits are as follows. So students will be able to identify the importance of food. They will be able to identify healthy and unhealthy food. Will be able to make wiser decisions when it comes to their food intake, thus having a healthier life. And students will be able to enhance their speaking skills, in particular pronouncing words. Students will be able to become more multiliterate, and students will be able to learn to use technology more efficiently. So these objectives are based on some of the objectives in the textbook, which include be aware of what's in your food and be aware of healthy habits. These objectives could be seen in the last slide. So this performance kit is conducted through an interactive slideshow and a game made using a programming application known as Scratch, which is the link will be provided within one of the slides that in the interactive slideshow. So the game is entitled The Fall of Food, which is a catching game. Next.
Next is the manual and procedures for this performance kit. So according here, this performance which is firstly, teachers have to make sure that their students are equipped with appropriate technology devices such as smartphones or tablets. Next, to complete link of the interactive Google Slides, and they need to instruct their students to pronounce the example of healthy and unhealthy food according to the audio provided in the slides. Teachers also need to instruct their students to click on the game link and tell them the manual or rules of the game. So for the manual of the game is students need to click on the link provided in the slides, and then the students will play a catching game about food with the title The Fall of Food. And next, student need to press the green flag in order to start the game. Student must catch the healthy food only. The left and right arrow key will be used to move the ball in the game in order to catch the healthy food, and a point will be retrieved if healthy food is successfully caught. If an unhealthy food is caught, 5 points will be deducted and the game will be over. Students need to start the game over. And lastly, in order to win the game, 25 points must be collected.
Now, why is our performance kit interesting? It is, of course, due to the incorporation of arts in education. So, firstly, what is the first element that we have incorporated inside our performance kit? First of all, let us talk about visual art. So, what are the elements of visual art that we have incorporated or implied in this performance kit? First of all, it is bright colors. So this performance kit integrates visual art by using bright colors in both the interactive slides and games. So the color incorporated in this performance kit assists to capture the attention of children while they are learning during their learning using these interactive slides and games. So, uh, according to Kennedy 2005, color stimulation in the learning environment improves attention and motor processes, resulting in better academic performance within children. So, for example, so there is a slide that is provided. So this slide is quite colorful, thus it will attract the children's attention. The points are put in different colored boxes, and this helps children to differentiate the different points as as the different colors they show that it is different points by separating them in different boxes with different colors. Next, intriguing diagrams. So intriguing uh, diagrams is one of the elements of visual arts included in this performance kit. So diagrams would also help to catch the attention of children while they're learning. Diagrams would be a visual aid to the children vision what they are learning. So rather than uh, putting words as a main instruct or as a main way to teach children, it might bore the children as words are only words. With the aid of visual of diagrams, they will be able to see. They will be able to clearly see and understand what is going on. So, for example, so there are two slides provided as an example. um, the diagrams help the children to identify and learn their learning material properly. So the diagrams will aid children's understanding and also help them develop in various aspects, especially so these diagrams will help them recognize health as in the slide food, and there are of so children will be able to categorize healthy and unhealthy food with the help of diagrams.
So for the next element that included in the performance kit is musical art. First is sound effect. Each time a healthy or unhealthy food is caught in the game, a sound effect will be played. So why is this sound effect or this musical art is important? First of all, adding a sound element or sound effect to the game will make it more interesting and draw students' attention to the game. It will help enhance students' find and grow social skills because simple songs combined with play can help boost brain and body coordination. And lastly, the sound effect will also make the students more alert towards the rules of the games, which is to avoid the unhealthy food and only catch the good ones. Next. Next is interactive slides. Students can interact with the slides, for example, by clicking on the fruits diagram, an audio of the food pronunciation will be played. This approach, students can have fun while learning English, which is a vital component of arts in education, particularly in the development of children. Students nowadays want the classroom to be both educational and enjoyable. Instead of passively listening to the lesson, interactive presentation, interactive slides, interactive diagram icons will engage students by allowing them to participate actively in the lesson and in the teachings.
Next is movement. Next, the element of movement is one of the most important in the game. The ball is an indicator of students' understanding on the instructions. The ball will be moved in order to capture healthy foods and avoid unhealthy foods that are falling. Next. Students have to use their fingers to control ball's movement by using the arrow key. Can you play the video? Next. Next is the game involves a lot of movements and students need to be aware of foods that they pick. As it involves a lot of controlling from the player, it will attract them to reach the objective. As a result, students will also understand differentiate between healthy and unhealthy. Okay, that is all for our presentation.
Okay, thank you to the last group for the presentation just now. Now let's hear some feedbacks from the lecturers about Group 6 Performance Kit. Please welcome Mr. Nordin and Madam Azalina.
Who first, me or Madam Azalina?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, well done. Group 6. Okay, a very good presentation. Yes, even though there is some internet problems, yeah, occurred during the middle of your presentation. It's quite clear and very comprehensive. All right, it's just that my comment is, yeah, you don't really, you didn't really mention clearly the name of your performance sheets. Yeah, I only hear that it's interactive slides, right? Even though it's interactive slides, but make sure there is a special name for your performance sheets. Okay, anyway, the content of your presentation, there is a very good lit review as well, as you mentioned just now. Yeah, especially when you're teaching your topics just now. All right. And then in terms of the integration of the three elements, all right, I can only see you're using the colors, right? The visual arts. What about movements and music? Is there any movements and music in your performance kits?
Uh, yes, we have movement and music, and our performance kit we mentioned the name is The Fall of Wood, and the music is incorporated in the game where there will be sound effect, there will be music background when the student catch the food.
Okay, all right. Okay,
And
all right.
sir, for the
Yeah.
movement, students will be, I think it's a bit lacking, but students will be using their movement in terms of the game. They will be moving their fingers through, to control the game.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the explanation. One more thing regarding your presentation. Yeah, all right. So if you want to, especially if you want to get involved in any competition of innovation and things like that, so when you present uh, uh, application like this and the performance kits like this, make sure you have a short video regarding on how you operate your performance your applications, yeah, so that people are very clear about, oh, this is how you're going to use this is how to which point which button to click, everything. This is the most important thing, and not only by mentioning, oh, the manual, yeah, but if you can prepare something which you can make into a video on how to operate it, how to use that application, it will be better. Yeah, that is my comment lah. Yeah, thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Okay, this last group, I agree with Mr. Nordin, yeah, with the fact that you need uh, some kind of demonstration, like a demo tape or video for your performance kits, because you claim that it is something new, it is something different. At least it is better than what is existing. So to further um, assure that yours is really unique, so you have to show how it is carried out, how it is implemented, and how impressive it is that these apps or these game or whatever that you call it has been designed or created or developed by you. Okay. All right. I think that is all from me.
Thank you, Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin. So thank you for all the groups that have presented the performance kit. Well done, everyone. And also thank you to Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin for the feedbacks just now. Hopefully the feedbacks that has been given to us will help us to creatively apply the elements of arts in education, especially in the English language teaching and learning. So before we end our session, let's take some photos together. So everyone, please turn on your camera. One, two, three. Okay, thank you. So with the end of the photo session just now, it is time for us to end the showcase of arts in education. Once again, thank you to Madam Azalina and Mr. Nordin for coming to our showcase of arts in education and for giving constructive feedbacks for our performance kits. And I would also like to thank the audience for your cooperation for making this showcase successful. So see you again and have a good day, everyone.
Thank you too for inviting.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day.
Yeah, enjoy the